I thought my last video from September, I believe it was, titled The Final Farewell, would be my last conversations with Cynthia video. I had total closure after crossing the Madison River and going to the Nook log, minus the log, and sitting where Forrest Fenn had hidden the treasure and Jack ultimately retrieved it. I was living at peace for quite some time, thinking that the whole chase and everything was over, and then my phone rang. A few weeks later, I traveled to meet the LLC guy face to face to verify his legitimacy and receive details of their expectation as my role of the messenger for the chase community. In return, I would be invited to a private screening the day prior to the auction and receive a coin from the treasure chest as a token of their appreciation. My only expense would be airfare. A driver would pick me up, so no need for a rental car. Lodging was provided as well as dinners. And despite understanding the negativity that would surround me after making the initial announcement until the auction actually did go live, how could I turn this down? I didn't, and I was excited to be a part of this auspicious ending.
A group of people have gotten together, formed an LLC, and purchased the treasure chest from Jack. The tentative date that it goes up for sale is November 11th.
November 11th is a Friday. Friday, November 11th, we think the pieces of the treasure chest will be for sale to the public on Heritage Auctions. Okay.
I think the following 2 weeks was the longest and most difficult wait I've ever experienced in my lifetime. I had to keep everything a secret, and I couldn't tell anyone about the plans for me to go to Dallas and actually get to hold Fenn's treasure chest and play with the items inside. I had never been to Dallas to visit before. After arriving, my driver and I spent the day seeing the sights. We drove across magnificent bridges, went to the top of Reunion Tower, and walked all over downtown. I will admit I fell in love with it. Here I am talking to K-Pro. I was just dying to tell her I was in Dallas, but I could not. Before moving on, I have to give a shout out to Dallas. We visited Pioneer Park, the AT&T Discovery District, eventually walked across the street to Thanksgiving Square, and eventually made our way to this 30-foot tall eyeball. We even took a side trip to honor Forrest to this Dr. Pepper station.
Can you friggin' believe it? We were invited to the Heritage VIP opening at 4:15. I have to go put my tux on.
I wasn't kidding when I mentioned previously that I really did have a invitation to the VIP re-grand opening event Thursday evening. It was an eclectic collection of sports stuff, coins, movie stuff. I'm not doing it justice, but anyway, it was quite interesting to wander around and look at.
Wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that
Originally, the auction was to roll out and go live around noon. We were told that there were some issues, but they would be taken care of quickly, so it should go live before no later than 1. When the clock rolled around, they were still having technical problems, and we were told soon. By this time, we had left, and my driver and I were just sitting in a booth at a restaurant, and I was basically sitting there silently, having a nervous breakdown as time ticked away. Even by 2:30, I believe, I was thinking, holy cow, this isn't going to happen today. And then finally, through our Heritage Auction contact, we did find out that they fixed the technical parts enough that they could at least go live. Even there were still, the pages were messed up, the dates were messed up. I did not care at that point anymore, because at least people finally understood this was really going to happen.